Urashima Taro, a Japanese folktale. Long ago, in a small village by the sea, there lived a young fisherman named Urashima Taro, known by all for his gentle heart. One evening on the beach, he found a group of children tormenting a helpless sea turtle, poking it with sticks. Taro gently scolded the children, bought the turtle's freedom with a few coins, and carefully released it back into the waves. A few days later, as Taro fished alone, the same turtle surfaced beside his boat, and to his astonishment, it spoke, offering to thank him properly. The turtle invited him to the dragon palace beneath the sea, and Taro climbed onto its broad shell. Down they dove through sparkling blue water, past schools of shining fish, deeper and deeper into a world of wonder. At last there rose before them the dragon palace, Rigujo, a shining castle of coral, crystal, and pearl. At the gates stood Princess Otohime herself, more beautiful than the dawn, who welcomed Taro with a graceful smile of gratitude. In his honor, a great feast was held, sea bream and flounder danced, and delicacies Taro had never dreamed of filled the coral halls. Otohime showed him the palace's 4 magic gardens, where spring, summer, autumn, and winter could each be seen at once. Days melted into each other like a beautiful dream, and before Taro knew it, 3 whole years had drifted by in the palace. But one quiet evening, Taro remembered his old mother and father waiting at home, and a deep longing seized his heart. When he begged leave to return, Otohime grew sorrowful, but she could not refuse the kindness that had brought him there. As a parting gift, she gave him the tamatebako, a beautiful lacquered box, warning him solemnly, "Whatever happens, never open it." The faithful turtle carried him up through the blue water, back toward the shore of his beloved village. But when Taro stepped onto the beach, everything was strange: the houses, the paths, even the trees were not as he remembered. He hurried to where his home had stood, and found only an empty field of tall grass swaying in the wind. Trembling, he asked an old villager about the family of Urashima Taro, and the man frowned, recalling an ancient legend. The old man said that a fisherman by that name had vanished into the sea long, long ago, 300 years past. Taro's heart froze. 1 year in the Dragon Palace had been 100 years on land, and everyone he loved was gone. Lost and utterly alone, he wandered back to the empty shore, clutching the one thing left to him, the princess's box. In his grief he forgot the warning, and with trembling hands he untied the purple cord and lifted the lid. A cloud of white smoke rose softly from the box and wrapped around him, and in a moment, his hair turned white as snow, for the box had held all his years. So ends the tale of Urashima Taro, a story the Japanese have told for over 1,000 years of kindness, of paradise, and of time, which waits for no one. Like, comment, subscribe, and watch the next tale.